Let's start a new series for Hadrian. Once upon a time, the best friend there was for yours truly. Although over past decades, during his absence, I started to doubt in some ways the quality of the friendship. I mean, the best friend, even that being a friendship, really. Using again and again a text I've read as a teenager, Thomas Mann in a short story, has this argument over definitions of what people say. So there's a character who says, well, I'm aghast at people saying, oh, I love you so much, there are no words to express what I feel for you. My love, it's so much bigger. Really? No. He's sure it's not so, because in his view, words like love, friend, don't have correspondence in real life. You find them in literature, in art, but not when you look around, because when love is tested, which should be so glorious as to make you do for the loved one everything, anything, you're loyal. Let's not get into that subject, which is too big. There are no words. Oh. I'm sorry, I'm making the same mistake. I'm just trying. How can I think, well, when I have this, as somebody commented, get rid, shoot, let me shoot. Missed. So, what was I saying? No, human love, not fictional love in the story, and one we see around is in fact weak. It's not love. That character is right, Thomas Mann, through him, because especially in a language like English, French too. Oh, I love this color. J'aime ce voiture. This food, this pizza pie. Really, it's better in my language. Really, iubesc masas. We don't say that. I mean, I love this statement. So anyway, trying to come back. Friend. Well, friend is somebody you have forever. Best friend, and you talk, and you have things you share, and so. So it's true. It's also life. That's why it's a bit more complicated. Sometime in the 90s, what was it, 93, 94, he had to find work. He was trained as an officer for a ship, commercial vessel. And here it was a question of as far as I can remember, corruption, having connections. The fleet, there was some scandals, was sold and so on, involving an ex-president, but that's to some extent. Was also, it was said in a paper that he used to be the richest man in communist Romania, and as a captain of a ship involved in contraband. Anyway, so he had to try and find this work elsewhere. I know there was some animosity, some hard feelings we had because we had those friends in Belgium, and we hoped, again, friends on some definitions, if you will. As Clinton said, it depends on what your definition of is. It always depends. We were looking forward to have some contacts with them, maybe even some trades, and establish a cable company or something. And he stayed with them and overstayed. He's welcome by far. So in the end, the connection with the Belgians stands and terminated eventually. So we had to thank him for that. We sort of thought, but again, coming back to the Thomas Mann character, I mean, if we had been friends with the Belgians, really, we wouldn't just stop. They wouldn't just stop at this test. You have someone who stays too long, and then you cut the connections with the ones who sent him, or something. And then the connection was lost with him, with Hadrian. Hadrian referring to the name of the emperor, Roman emperor. Quite a character, quite a good one, the emperor. My friend, we'll have to see, we'll have to establish this at the end of the series. 92 episodes. Let's see. We wait for your comments and we'll see what you the large audience is. 5 people, 2. So eventually he ended up in Argentina. So now he's rooting for Argentina to win against, what is it, Poland? Win the World Cup or something. I guess he's an Argentinian citizen. And with that, we arrived at the end of the story. Not really, it wasn't all lost. He came a few times. Through feeling that somehow it wasn't really the way it should be. I avoided seeing him again for some time. Then he came back here. He was, we talked a little about the past. He was thrilled by the episode with me slapping Miss Romania, the Queen of Beauty. She will have her own series and episodes. Again, between 25 and 160, maybe. Not really. Well, who knows, with the rhythm, boring speed of telling this, we have no limit. And no public, which is for the better. I mean, instead of boring people, it's better to either stop or continue, but face the fact that there are few, if any. So, there have been, before this departure into the blue horizon, there have been some intense years, and that's where I will try and perhaps concentrate my attention if I can keep it focused. We've been cousins, we still are. And that helped him because we had those reunions. And we'll get to them in the next chapters.